Hey everyone, this is Ferocious Llama here with MTG Confidant. I'm here to show you guys a deck that I made a while ago. I made it about a year ago. It was really a lot of fun, super fun to play. It's called the Modern Land deck. I've gone over the deck list before, and basically it's just a deck with 44 lands and 16 spells. It has basically it's got a Flame Jab, some trade routes, Life from the Loam, a couple Countryside Crushers, Seismic Assault, and basically the whole idea is play a Seismic Assault and get Life from the Loam going, and basically instead of drawing one card per turn, you're drawing 3 cards per turn, and they're all lands, so you discard them and do 6 damage to your opponent or to a creature or something. I've beaten decks before where I had a Seismic Assault out and they go, Iona, and I just kill it, or Elish Norn or Gristlebrand or anything really. You just wait till they activate it to draw their 7 cards and then kill them in response, because a lot of times their life total will dip low enough to where, with 5 or 6 lands in your hand you can kill them. So anyway, I played a game. I didn't record it while I was playing because I had some trouble with my recording software, but here's the playback, and I'm just going to kind of go ahead and give you guys commentary. There's not a lot going on. My opening hand was 6 lands and a Flame Jab. So, basically, on turn 1, my opponent went first, played Inquisition of Kozilek, and made me discard my Flame Jab, which was my only non-land card in my hand. So, sorry about that. Alright, so then on my turn, I don't know, this new Magic Online update keeps making stuff happen all the time. It drives me crazy. Anyway, so I play a land and pass the turn back. He plays a Treetop Village and pass the turn back. And I don't fetch at the end of that turn because there's really no reason to, because I don't have a lot of turn 2 plays that are going to be real big. I'm going to move this graveyard down here. Hopefully it won't keep popping up to the top like that. But I'm going to close it. But it seems to want to open up by itself. So anyway, draw Ghost Quarter. So I guess I'm playing a land this turn. Okay, well, it comes back. Anyway, that Flame Jab is actually going to come into play here in a minute. So I play another fetch land just because they can always fetch red to play the 3rd turn Seismic Assault if I need to, and doesn't, there's no harm in not playing. It's not like I have a lot going on. And he did Inquisition me, so he knows I had 6 lands in hand. So at most I could have 2 spells. So I'm not that concerned about tricking him. And I do have a Flame Jab that I can play from the graveyard. So this turn he plays a Kitchen Finks and gains his 2 life, which is okay with me. And then now I just said, okay, sacking my lands, and I'm going to get 2 red lands. So I got a Stomping Ground and probably another Stomping Ground, if I had to guess. I misclicked. I remember this. I misclicked and got a Swamp, and thought, oh no, I got a Swamp on accident, because I don't know if it rearranged the deck or if something I did, my arm, my hand slipped or something, but I ended up getting a Swamp on accident when I really wanted another Stomping Ground. So I'm like, dang, this is a problem, because I could have killed this Kitchen Finks all at once, and gone Flame Jab, and then let it persist, and then Flame Jab again. Didn't quite work that way, unfortunately. But I do Ravine, my favorite manland. Any of you who know me know it's my favorite manland. So I play another Bloodstained Mire, and I fetched myself up probably a basic mountain. I remember. I wanted to save on my life total right here, because I knew I was getting hit by the Kitchen Fink for sure. So anyway, we're gonna Flame Jab it twice, and then it's gonna come back, and that's okay. It can come back. And I'm a little bit worried about this Treetop Village at this point in the game, because he could just activate that sucker and attack me, and all I have is a Flame Jab. So it would basically just beat me down, is what would happen. If all he did was animate and attack for 5, he would win the game probably. Because I could kill his Kitchen Finks, but there's no way for me to kill his Treetop Village, except for like a Ghost Quarter, but that would really set me back on land at this stage of the game. especially when, you know, I need my colors because I screwed up earlier by getting that swamp. And the reason there are 3 basics, there's a swamp, a forest, and a mountain, is in case we get blood mooned. And the other thing is, what if there's ever a, if we ever get blood mooned, or if we get Path to Exile. I want to build a, because there are times I've played a, you know, my Countryside Crusher or a Manland, and it gets pathed, and I want like a red land, and if there's no basic mountains, I can't get a red land. So I threw in 1 basic mountain. So there's 3 ways to get 3 different basic lands. So anyway, so this turn he does animate his treetop village, but he played another land. So he's got his treetop village. So he's going to attack me for 5, and I got to take it. There's nothing I can do. But next turn I'm going to kill his kitchen finks. This was my plan at the point, was I was going to kill his kitchen finks and then Tectonic Edges land. His treetop village. So yeah, that's exactly what I do. Alright, I feel good. I'm feeling pretty good about this game. He has a lot of mana, and I'm a little bit concerned he's going to play something big. But he does not. He plays a Inquisition of Kozilek, which, you know, I suppose it's a reasonable play, just not against this deck. Because, you know, we have 44 lands. So, you know, he didn't know it was our first game, and so he didn't take out the discard. But then, at the same time, I'd argue that the discard is even relevant in the second, you know, even in games 2 and 3, because, you know, if I go turn 3 Seismic Assault, you're going to lose usually. So, you know, that's kind of a thing to think about. Anyway, so he attacked with his treetop village. And the thing I want to point out is, when he's attacking me with his treetop village, just remember that wait till he taps it and he's actually attacking with it. Otherwise, he can tap it for mana and do something. You know, play an instant or whatever. So just something to keep an eye out for when you're playing. This turn I play my Raging Ravine. And he just plays a land. So I'm assuming he has a whole bunch of removal spells. So I'm like, oh, I'm going to animate my Raging Ravine because I got another one in my hand. So if he kills it, whatever, no big deal. And I have a Crucible of Worlds. So so this turn he goes Liliana, discard, sure, no problem. And I'm thinking now at this point, what does he have that can kill my Raging Ravine with 2 Overgrown Tombs? I'm thinking maybe like a Victim of Night or Doomblade or something like that. But I'm like, those aren't really that commonly played in Modern anymore. At least I've noticed they're not that commonly played against me. So, but he did discard a Damnation to his Liliana, which is great. So we go for his, we attack his Liliana for 5. Just because we definitely don't want Liliana ultimating. Now this turn, actually not this turn, next turn. This turn I draw a land, and I don't play one because I just want to attack. And I'm kind of thinking, guy, maybe I should just... I attack with the other Raging Ravine this time, by the way. Because I was thinking, guy, it's so suspicious that he's got 5 land and not doing anything. Like, what the hell, right? So I'm like, guy, this is really suspicious. So, you know, I don't want to... I hate it when I get like an 8-8 or a 9-9. You know, some giant... This one's a 5-5, going to be a 6-6 next time it attacks. I don't want to take my giant Raging Ravine and have, you know, have him do something like a Victim of Night or whatever. So I thought, you know what, I'll spread it out, and eventually I'll be able to attack with both of them. But either way, I'm not starting back from a 3-3 that's vulnerable to, you know, Lightning Bolt or, what's it called, Bile Blight or something like that. So that was kind of the idea. So anyway, so I attack, and I pass the turn. And he plays a Swamp. And then he taps 3 lands, and then 3 more lands, and then plays Death Cloud. And I'm like, this is the best thing that could have happened, right? Because he's trying to wipe out my hand, which, okay, that's cool, whatever. But I don't understand why, because I'm ahead on board, like, by a lot. I mean, yeah, I can't activate my guys anymore, which is kind of a problem. I really do kind of regret playing not playing that Crucible of Worlds, because he would have had to spend time to kill it. it didn't matter, but that was my whole debate was, do I attack with my Raging Ravine or do I play my Crucible? And I was thinking, you know what, against like a green-black deck that could, do something like, like a Giant Death Cloud or, play a Liliana or Kitchen Finks even. This deck has a real hard time with, Kitchen Finks because they come back and then I don't have a way to remove them or anything. I was really concerned about something along the lines coming about like, what if he just goes Dark Confidant and gets wins with card advantage or Tarmogoyf, because I got problems if he goes Tarmogoyf, because there's a whole bunch of stuff. I think there's an enchantment. Actually, there are no enchantments in the graveyard, but there's sorcery, creature, planeswalker, instant. Well, maybe no instance, but anyway, at this point of the game, there's it's a sizable Tarmogoyf, and even if I did get a Life from the Loam going with just my Flame Jab, it would be a turn and then some, 2 turns to kill a Tarmogoyf, which would be ridiculous. So I thought, okay, so I'm just going to keep attacking, keep pressure on him, and then my guys will be able to kill this Tarmogoyf anyway. Like, this one will be a 6/6, this one will be a 5/5 next time it attacks, which I'm comfortable with, because I don't think his Tarmogoyfs are going to be 5/6s right now. Anyway, so he Death Clouds away 3 of my lands. So, and I lose my Crucible, which is kind of a bummer, because I was thinking, oh man, that was like my key to a free win here. But anyway, it didn't quite work out like I wanted at this point. So he discards a Liliana and another Damnation. And I discard my 3 cards, because that's what I got. And he discards... Now I just want to point out, notice up here at the top, he chose 3 basic lands, a forest, a swamp, and a swamp. And I chose... a forest, a swamp, and a Raging Ravine. So, okay, so from here, we're in like a draw-go thing now. So I top deck Seismic Assault, and I'm like, bam, sweet deal. So I play Seismic Assault. I think, well, God, I wonder what he could do, And he goes Tarmogoyf, and I'm like, or Kitchen Finks, rather. And I'm like, well, that's a problem. So I'm just going to wait till he attacks. Since I only have 1 land in hand, I'm not going to kill it now, because then he could attack. So I'm going to wait till his turn to kill it. And he's playing green-black, so I'm assuming there's nothing in his deck that's going to, that he's going to draw on his turn that's going to protect his Kitchen Finks. So, what we're going to do is, see, he's going for his Overwhelmed Tomb because he wants all of his good lands, that make green or black. And I'm like, okay, whatever, I'm running a whole bunch of Tectonic Edges and a whole bunch of Ghost Quarters. So anyway, so as he's attacking, after he taps it, because I don't want him to play any Convoke nonsense, so I kill it. And then he comes back and he gains life, and okay, fair enough. Gain some life, I guess, right? So anyway, I draw another land, because I have 44 lands. Maybe it's 46 lands in my deck now. There's a lot of land. And I'm thinking, you know what, there's not enough time to get my Raging Ravines up and going, because I need 2 more lands. There was no guarantee I was going to draw the second Ghost Quarter. And I didn't want to take 3 every turn, because that's a significant amount of damage, and I'm at 9 already. So I'm worried about like I don't know, like another Death Cloud, or I don't know if they have, I think they have Consume Spirit, in Modern. I know nobody plays it, but hey, you never know. So I was just worried about something like that. So anyway, I kill his Kitchen Fink again. And then I luck into Life from Loam, and I'm like, alright, game's locked up. Win for Ferocious Llama. So I'm like, oh, okay, I'm going to kill all this crap, right? So I go to get a Tectonic Edge, a Ghost Quarter, and a Reliquary Tower, because I think, you know what, if I'm going to be Life from Loaming every turn, I'm essentially drawing 3 cards per turn. And that's awesome. But anyway, when I draw 3 cards per turn, that's better than a Planeswalker. Always. Like 100% of the time. Think about it. That's like Jace, who's banned. The banned Jace, the Mind Sculptor, in Modern, that costs 2 mana, and I don't have to put the 2 cards back when I Brainstorm. Anyway, so he plays his Garruk and makes a Beast, and he's just trying to finish me off, and that's cool. Like, that's cool. Try and finish me off. Like, that's a totally reasonable thing to want to do. So I think I don't know if I Tectonic Edge at this point, but I do Seismic Assault him to kill Garruk, and then I think I wait until I Loam, I Dredge, and then Loam, get my 3 lands, and I got Ghost Quarters deliberately. And then I'm just going to kill his beast when he attacks, and then I'm going to tech edge his Treetop Village. And that was my plan all along, and it worked. So we, oh, I don't know if you guys saw that because I clicked through kind of fast, but I actually tapped my Tectonic Edge, and then I clicked on his guy, but I guess it didn't register on Moto. So I went and I clicked on my Stomping Ground to pay the mana. Well, then it said pay the mana, and I was like, whoa. So I was really lucky there that I didn't, misclick, because, Moto's a wonderful program. So, anyway, so he's got no cards in hand. I'm dredging my life from the loam and essentially drawing 3 land cards per turn with the Seismic Assault in play, and a whole bunch of lands on my graveyard. So I play another Tech Edge. And basically I play Tech Edge, kill his land. He's got a Sakura Tribe Elder, and I'm just life from the loaming and playing Tech Edge every turn. Now he's only got 3 lands left, so okay. Right, and he has a... yeah, he's got his Sakura Tribe Elder. So I think at some point I try to kill it. Oh, he gets 2 is what happens. And so I kill it because I'm at 9. I don't need to be lower than that. So I could just do the same thing again and again. The game just goes on like this. And if you guys don't know, like, basically there's no way for him to come back in Modern. And I just want to point out that I have 7 lands in my hand. I could just throw him at his face. But I always like the Ravine kill, because gotta have flair. Gotta have flair. So he attacks me with his Sakura Tribe Elder. And I take his 1. Because 2 a turn is too much. But 1 a turn, I'll take that. That's not that bad. So I get my life from the loam back, and I tech edge his Woodland Cemetery, and then why is this not going? Oh, there we go. Oh my gosh, what happened? Anyway, so he plays some more lands. He plays another land. He attacks me. So I'm down to 6 now. I don't think anything that much happened. Oh, he played an Explore. That's what happened was I killed his Woodland Cemetery. He thought he says me. I thought it was hysterical because I had 7 lands in hand. He draws an Explore, plays an Explore, plays a Woodland Cemetery. That's what happened. Then he attacks me for 1. And then now it's my turn again. So I draw a Treetop Village, play my Ghost Quarter, because I'm like, well, he's only got 4 lands, so. And I'm realizing I only have 21 cards left in my deck, so I'm trying not to deck myself. But I love. See, I've talked about this before. I've done a couple of previous videos with this land deck, and I always talk about how Ghost Quarter is a strip mine if they don't have any basic lands to go fetch. Yeah, it lets them shuffle, but in Modern that's a lot less relevant than in other formats where you have things like Brainstorm or Jace to brainstorm for you, or there's a lot less effects that put cards from your hand back in or on top of your library. So, in Modern, shuffling is a lot less valuable than, than in other formats. So anyway, I wanted to get where I'm strip mining him. And so, I Ghost Quarter his Woodland Cemetery, and he does not find a land. So I was all happy. And I'm thinking, oh, this is awesome. I'm just going to strip mine until he has nothing left. So he's got a second Sakura Tribe Elder, which, okay, that's cool. I'm going to kill him. So I kill it. He doesn't even sack it because he knows he doesn't have any land either. And then I kill the other one because, well, he doesn't have any land. So I might as well. And I'm drawing, my standard 3 cards next turn. But actually I didn't. I just drew a card and then I... Ghost Quartered away a swamp. So then he goes again and passes the turn. So we draw, we dredge our life from the loam. But see, now we're down to 17 cards, so this is kind of a thing. So we play it and we get, I think, Ghost Quarter, Ghost Quarter, Ghost Quarter, yeah. And then we play it and we kill his forest. And then we're like, yeah, I'm just like, the game's over, and he should have conceded, and I could kill him if I wanted. But I think it's quite literally a modern format strip mine. So I play Ghost Quarter, and then I do it again, and then let's see. I think I play an Urborg now. Yeah, I play an Urborg, and I'm thinking, oh no, that's not good, because what if he gets some, like a fetch land that can't fetch anything, or a Tectonic Edge, he'll be able to make black mana with it, make me discard. Not that matters, but anyway, then our opponent concedes, because he's got nothing, and I was just trying to get another land so we could attack and kill with Raging Ravine. We would attack with a 6/6 and a 7/7. Anyway, and my opponent left. He didn't want to play a second game. To be fair, to Poipu, yes, I did waste your time, and I could have killed you a long time ago. But I was just playing the game, and I wanted to, get my Raging Ravine kill, and I wanted to, do my Ghost Quarter strip mine trick that I've always wanted to be able to do, and it's only happened one other time. So anyway, it was a lot of fun. It's a really cool deck. So if you want to see more videos with this deck, go ahead and leave me comments and let me know. Thanks.